Okay, so we're recording. So I want to welcome Jordan Crady. I am so excited to talk with him about his poetry today, and we are going to share that for World Poetry Day. So, Jordan, tell me just a little bit about yourself, like what grade you're in and what you like to do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in ninth grade. I'm currently 14. I'll be 15 in July. And some of my hobbies include I play a lot of games on Xbox or console. Usually single player though. I don't like to play a lot of live games. I also enjoy building Legos, and for the past 5 or so years, I've also been doing the poetry on and off.
Nice. Okay. And what kind of got you into writing poetry, or how did you start doing that?
Nothing in particular. I just kind of wanted to write a poem one day, and decided to.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a favorite poet, or do you like to read it, or just you enjoy more expressing your feelings and writing it?
I just enjoy more expressing myself or just expressing some sort of emotion.
Okay,
I, yeah.
cool. Okay. Um, and so is this something that you do a lot? Do you write poems a lot, or do you have a special book that you write them in?
Um, I write about one poem a month usually.
Okay, cool. All right. And do you have a favorite way of writing, like a tempo or rhythm? I know in poetry, there's the only one I know is iambic pentameter.
Yeah. I usually like to stick with a theme. Like I start my poem with a certain type of theme and then work from there.
Okay.
Like the whole thing is based off that one specific theme, whether it be like a certain emotion or something along the lines of that.
Okay, great. And then the poem that you are going to read for us today, how did that one come about?
That one specifically, I wanted to write it about it was about Thanksgiving, but I also based a lot of it around a lot of the past year because I wrote it last year, and as we know, a lot of bad things had happened last year, the virus and a bunch of other stuff. So I based it off of that.
Okay. All right. So would you like to share your poem with us?
Sure. All right. So it's titled "Conflictful Emotions of Thanksgiving" because I wrote it about Thanksgiving mostly. So I'm starting now. By the grave I saw the blessing, the gods never wishing. I craved the bountiful barbarian benediction. Back to my memories thinking, somewhat louder than fiction. That moment my soul grew beaming. That radiant remembrance. All my soul within me deeming, all distinctly I was stepping. But in fact I was studying, back into my memories, stopping. By the grave I saw the stands, as we all gathered to hold hands. The current time we are in brings all the dark. Thanksgiving, said I, blessing from the heart. You warned me of the sadness, and so you came gently gasping. I threw my frustration upon the floor, the dread of disappointment, of defeat. Death shall bring tears. I craved the frustrating, feastful failure, and so I screamed, Is that dinner? Back into my memories grumbling, back into my memories grieving. So I wept, Is that tonight? Long I stood there, loving, relieving. Eagerly I looked for gladness. Anxiousness, 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 sadness, sadness. That's the end.
Wow, that is really impressive. That I am just really, that is an amazing poem. Good job, Jordan.
Thank you.
Um, can you you said you wrote it about Thanksgiving. It sounds kind of sad though. I mean, is that kind of what you were
Yeah,
feeling last
yeah.
year?
Because not me personally, like no one in my family had caught it or anything, but I like a lot of kids had family members that had caught the virus and then died or got really sick because of it. And Thanksgiving is a lot of times based around your family, and it can a lot of times be like losing a piece of yourself when someone dies, and then having to celebrate something like that. So I
Yeah.
based it off the sadness of losing a loved one.
Well, I definitely got that emotion from that. So good job on conveying, getting that emotion and expression across that you were, trying to, put into words. I think you succeeded in that and you did a great job.
Thank you.
Is this something that you want to do more of and pursue in the future?
Um, Not really. I just kind of like to do it on the side.
Okay, just
Like
kind of an
some,
outlet
yeah,
for just kind of what you're feeling.
yeah, kind of like an outlet just for any emotion I may be feeling.
Do you ever put it to rap music?
No, not really. I don't listen to much rap.
You don't listen to much rap.
No.
I kind of feel like poetry sometimes is songwriting,
Yeah.
and rap artists are poets. So I kind of think you could always put a poem to some rap music. So awesome. Well, I sure appreciate you sharing that with me, that I can share it with others. And I appreciate you spending the time with me. Thank you
Hmm.
so much.
You're welcome.
Um, Let me figure, I gotta stop recording.